Title: Traoré vs Tinubu. How a 37-year-old Ibrahim Traoré is shaming Africa's giants. Tinubu talks, Traoré acts. Welcome. In this story I'll be showing you the 2 years transformation Nigeria should copy. Please subscribe and like this video as we proceed. Can we swap presidents, please? In markets, barber shops, and even WhatsApp groups, Nigerians are now saying something crazy. Can we swap Tinubu for Traoré? What started as a joke has become a topic in every mouth. Why? Because while Nigeria, the so-called giant of Africa, is gasping for breath under bad leadership, a quiet revolution is happening in a smaller West African nation, Burkina Faso. At the center of this revolution is a 37-year-old Captain Ibrahim Traoré, born in 1988, a soldier-turned-savior who's turning Burkina Faso into a symbol of what real African leadership should look like. While Nigeria suffers from fuel hikes, poverty, ARSU strikes, insecurity, and power failure, Traoré is raising salaries, offering free education, producing local food and telling the West to keep their loans and fake aid. He doesn't fly abroad for checkups. He doesn't disappear into foreign embassies. He said, "I don't go taking pictures with poor people during campaigns only to abandon them after elections." Now Nigerians are angry. Not just because life is hard, but because there's proof that a better Africa is possible, and it's just next door. This is the story of two leaders, two nations, and how one young captain is rewriting the African script while the other is recycling excuses. Captain Ibrahim Traoré didn't become president by promising heaven. He came in through a military takeover in 2022, and instead of grabbing power for pleasure, he grabbed it for purpose. People feared he'd be like the others, a dictator, a looter, a puppet, but Traoré shocked everyone. He refused a fat salary, he moved with the people, he spoke directly and acted fast. He walked with soldiers. He sat with farmers. He respected the youth and most importantly, he listened. He said, "Our country's future will not come from begging. It will come from building." Since then, Burkina Faso has seen real change. Free education for public school kids, increased salaries for civil servants, support for farmers and local producers, banning of unnecessary foreign travel for government officials. He wears no agbada, no bling, just boots, courage, and vision. Meanwhile, in Nigeria, the story is the same old movie with new actors. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu took over in 2023, promising renewed hope, but today, all many Nigerians see is renewed hunger. He removed fuel subsidy without building safety nets. The result? Transportation tripled. Food became gold, businesses shut down, the poor forgotten. Tinubu's government is full of billion-naira projects, yet hospitals lack beds, electricity remains a joke, young graduates are leaving the country daily, lawmakers are still approving luxury SUVs for themselves. While Tinubu jets out for medical checkups abroad, Nigerian doctors are on strike, while students sleep in overcrowded hostels, politicians fly their kids overseas. The same script. Same shame. And across the border, Burkina Faso is writing a new story. Age is not the problem, greed is. Traoré is just 37 years old, younger than many Nigerian governors. But he acts like a father to his nation. Some say Africa's problem is lack of experience, but Traoré proves that experience doesn't mean being old, it means being honest, focused and ready to serve. He said, "I didn't come here to play. My people are dying. We must act now." He attends local clinics, he sends ministers to villages, not Paris. He speaks less English, but his actions speak fluent leadership. The problem in Nigeria is not age. It's greed, selfishness, and silence. While Tinubu dances abroad, Traoré builds at home. In Nigeria, presidents treat foreign trips like vacation, medical treatment. London, meetings. France, shopping. Dubai. But Traoré stays home. He told his ministers. Fix our hospitals. We will not run abroad. In less than 2 years, he started equipping hospitals, training local doctors, and building faith in home systems. His actions are loud. Meanwhile, Tinubu has spent more days abroad than on local site inspections. He speaks at conferences while the streets are filled with jobless youths. Nigerians are not blind. They see Traoré's discipline and wonder, why can't we have a leader like this? Traoré believes that Africa's strength lies in local production. He gave land to farmers, machines to producers, and protection to small businesses. He said, "Why are we importing tomatoes when we can grow them ourselves?" In just months, Burkina Faso began feeding itself. No need for foreign rice or fake deals. The youth were empowered, the economy grew from the soil. Compare that to Nigeria, still importing toothpicks, still begging China for loans, still blaming colonialism while eating foreign bread. Traoré is planting seeds. Tinubu is reading speeches. When Traoré came to power, he slashed government spending. He didn't buy a new fleet of cars, he didn't build a mansion, he improved soldier welfare and built local factories. He refused luxury, because the people were suffering. He said, "I will not be rich while my people are poor." Tinubu, on the other hand, approved billions for government buildings and SUVs. His ministers live in comfort while Nigerians can't even afford rice. Traoré leads by example, Tinubu leads by announcement. Traoré made education free for the children of poor families. He said, "If we don't train the young, we will keep borrowing from others." Teachers were paid, schools were repaired, students returned. In Nigeria, universities are shut down almost every year. Parents are always worried. The difference? Leadership priorities. Soldiers for the people, not against them. Burkina Faso had terrorism problems, just like Nigeria. But Traoré stood with the army. He paid them well. He trained them. He gave them support. Now, citizens trust the military. Villages are protected. Peace is returning. In Nigeria, people fear soldiers more than terrorists. The military is underpaid and under-equipped, while politicians party. Leaders who fear the people are dangerous. Traoré walks freely. He sits with students, eats with workers, listens to farmers. He is not hiding behind tinted glass or dozens of bodyguards. He said, "I will not rule from a golden chair while the people sleep hungry." Tinubu barely speaks directly to Nigerians. His voice is heard more in Europe than in Abuja. A leader must be among the people, not above them. Burkina Faso has become the new bride of Africa. A country people used to ignore is now a symbol of pride. Young people across Africa now say, "We want a leader like Traoré." He has given Africans a new definition of leadership, service, sacrifice, and strategy. Meanwhile, Nigeria, once the hope of the continent, is now a shadow. Dear African leaders, the people are watching. This is not just about Tinubu or Traoré. It's about two different Africas. One led by action. One lost in excuses. Traoré is not perfect. But he is present, he is active, is sincere. Tinubu? Nigerians are still waiting. The continent is changing. The youth are watching, and very soon, they will no longer wait for miracles, they will demand real change. And when that time comes, the Traoré standard will be the new test for all African presidents. Thanks for watching to the end. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit on the subscribe button now. Don't miss any of our future story. See you in the next one.